I just made this crazy sample beat using Serato sample and Maschine, and I'm about to show you guys how I did it and let you hear this beat. So as you see right here, I got up TrackLib because that's where I got the sample from. This video is not sponsored by TrackLib or any of that. If you want to check it out, click the link in the description. It's a great place to find samples. So as you guys see, I have Maschine loaded up right here, and then here is the complete version of the beat. And I'm going to go through and show you how I came up with everything, and then from there I am going to play it so you guys can hear it. Check it out, let me know what you think. So first things first, I'm going back to ideas view. I have an empty empty scene right here, and just gonna play the sample. I'll play the original real quick and let you guys hear what it sounds like. So of course, as you see, I have Serato sample. A lot of people ask me, why do you use Serato sample when you have Maschine? I just like the tools that Serato sample comes with. It's easy, drop in MP3s or waves, and you just go like this. It tells you the key, all that wonderful stuff. It's simple, straight to the point. I still love Maschine, but Serato sample, when it comes to sampling, is the best to me right now. So first things first, I'm gonna put this back to where it was, so we can just get a general idea of this sample. And once it plays, I'll let you guys hear what it sounds like when I changed it. So let me go ahead and drop this up here. This was my first chop. I actually have 2 chops in this beat. Here's the first one. So this was the first chop. Now the second chop was, okay, I don't want to let it go too far because I don't want the video to get flagged. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and pitch it up, and then this is what the first one sounds like now. Now the second. And then, of course, you guys know I add guitar rig on almost everything. So I had to add guitar rig to this. So let me drop it back on this. And at the time of recording this, guitar rig is on sale. I'll put a link to Native Instruments on the description so you guys go check that out. So that's what it sounded like on the second chop. On the first one, just sounds like this. And I added some halftime to this, so that way when I drop it in halftime, it gives it a little bit more atmosphere type feel, darker tone or something. So let me play that. Then for the second chop, so that's why I think effects are important, because they help change the feel, especially if you're sampling. You change the feel, it makes it different. So from there, I went ahead and I added this percussion loop, which is a part of one of my Maschine expansions. As you hear, it's already got a vibe to it. So I started with this actual drum pattern. This was the first one I dropped in there. I'm gonna drop the sample back to the first chop though, and then here we go. Then of course we're gonna go to the second pattern for the first verse. About to go to the hook. As you see down here, it's a lot more activity. And now I decided to come up with some bass, and I actually used a contact bass library, so it sounds pretty good. And I'm gonna wait for that to load up. Now I'm gonna show you guys that so you guys can see which one I used. Here we go, Session Bassist Prime Bass. This is still rather new. If you guys are interested in checking that out, the Native Instruments link in the description. So my first pattern for it was like this. and that's cool, but I wanted to, I guess I should say, jazz it up a little bit. So what I ended up doing was I took the same pattern that I had already played, but I did a different variation of it. So that's what this is gonna sound like. So if you listen to it, it's the same notes, just played twice. Twice or 3 times. And then go back to this. Of course, I had to add my little transition in there that I like to use. So at this point, it's time for a breakdown. Then from there, another part of the breakdown, but like a build up. And that's pretty much the gist of this whole beat. Like, it was the sample, percussion loop, drum patterns, or drum group I say, the bass from Contact, and then my transition. So I went through and I put them in scenes, and then here's the finished product. I'll play it for a second. You guys let me know what you think about this in the comments. And I'm gonna be working on a lot more beats here lately. Been busy with a lot of stuff, so I'm gonna be having more videos coming up soon and have a couple ideas for some projects. So be on the lookout for that. But let me know what you guys think about this beat real quick. I'm gonna play it real quick. If you need help using Maschine, I have my video course up on teachable.com, and it's entitled How I Use Maschine. I cover everything from how I start a beat to finishing the beat. The link is in the description below, so if you need help with Maschine, go check that out. Hopefully you enjoy the video.